Hey, all right, welcome back to the Tuesday show. I was eating salad with noodles.
Soba noodles.
And egg.
There was egg in there?
Yeah, there's egg.
Dang. Well, I mean, noodles and egg. That's like the two things that we both know.
They're so good.
Like to eat. Yeah, exactly.
How do you go wrong with that? Anyway, what do we got? What's
I still remember the one time we were talking about eggs on Twitter, and some people were like, I don't like eggs. And I was like, how do you not like eggs? And I was like, one of the greatest sounds in the world is listening to fried eggs on a pan. And Gibby sent me a video clip of him cracking a bunch of eggs into a frying pan, and it was like the greatest video ever.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Should get into the ASMR game.
Shoutouts. Uh-oh, audio on the right side again. The audio is messed up again. I don't know what happened here. Let's see. I didn't touch anything unless it's a cable connection.
Loose connection?
Loose connection.
You don't like eggs, but why?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if it fixes itself. Oh, yeah, it sounds like it fixed itself somehow. Dude, I don't know.
No, I should
Whatever.
eat more often.
Okay, in any case, yeah, you can put on an egg on everything. Yeah, you can. So, yes.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Anyway, what's up? StrongStyle happened. It was a Tekken tournament up in Northern California.
Mm-hmm.
It's been going on for a long time. Well, they took a little bit of time off of it, and it's back now. Tekken is, of course, really big now. It's resurged very well, and it was cool to watch. Did you see any of it?
I only got to see small parts of it, but I didn't get to see. I had friends in town this weekend, so I was unable to watch it, unfortunately.
Well, I watched a bunch of it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And I am definitely no Tekken expert, but I thought it was a lot of fun. You know, they did jump-off style commentary. Four people at the same time, switching back and forth between feeds, which is a lot of fun. A lot of fun to watch. The switching, I thought, was maybe like too fast sometimes. Like if somebody loses, I would like to see like their reaction before switching away.
Yeah.
But awesome otherwise. And it looked cool. I mean, it seemed like everybody was having a good time. Matches were all super sick. USA actually did pretty well.
Yeah, foreigners were just JDCR and Saint? Were they the only
There were a
ones?
couple more than that, but they didn't do as well. So.
I heard there was also a Tasty Steve soundboard or something.
Yeah,
like
that was great.
I didn't get a chance to see any clips of that yet, so...
I mean, it's just exactly what you would think. It's just his classic clips.
Oh, that's so sad.
Like,
John Ding was there, that's right.
John Ding was there. Yeah, there were a couple others too.
But Saint did not make top 8. He did not make top 8. He was defeated by Shadow, I believe, and then who was the one who sent him to losers?
I don't remember.
Might have been Jimmy Tran.
I think I heard that.
Jimmy Tran, dude.
Yeah.
Jimmy Tran.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple Europeans were there. Fergus played super well, for example.
Okay,
that was really cool. You got the results over there?
I can pull them up right now.
Okay.
Sorry, I was not prepared.
You had that.
I thought I did too. Which 10? Strong.
Yeah, Rixta played well. That was wild.
To Rixta? Yeah, I saw he got 4th place, didn't he?
Crazy.
No, good job to Rixta, dude. Good job to him. That's not it.
All right, well, I'm just going to bring it up while you have
Here it is.
RAM issues. Okay.
No, it was the wrong tab. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, so in 7th place was Shadow, 20 ounce, with Claudio, and Jackler Pancho with Jack 7. 5th place was Walker Gaming's BKC with Brian, and VS Trungi with Geese. 4th place was Rick's 20Z. It's 20Z. Oh, sorry. I just called him 20 ounce. Okay. 4th was Rixta with Akuma. 3rd place, UIU's Peeling with Xiaoyu. 2nd place, Jimmy J. Tran with Brian Fury. 1st place, Echo Fox JDCR with Dragunov. And again, Saint, John Ding were both at this event. Neither of them were able to make top 8.
Yeah, that's right.
Good job.
Yeah, USA did well.
Yeah,
for sure. So Jackler, apparently old school Jack player from forever ago, from Japan, and still doing really well. I got to say, like everybody in there played well. That said, JDCR was like miles ahead. It was crazy to watch how much he controlled, even against Jimmy, who had beaten everybody else. Like Jimmy mauled almost everybody. And then when he played against JDCR just had total control. It was crazy.
That's so crazy. Yeah, but shout outs to Jimmy, dude. God, that guy is...
He played super well, definitely. Peeling played really well. That was cool. Rixta, like, beat a lot of players and made a lot of good decisions. But, man, that dude missed, like, every combo.
Peeling?
Rixta.
Oh, Rixta.
Yeah,
okay,
like every combo.
I also saw him, like, teleport 3 times in a row at one point.
That's true. That was a little wild. But yeah, he played well. Other than that, this thing's screwing up. The audio's still screwing up.
Yeah, the audio is kind of weird, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So, yeah, fixed it for like 1 whole second or something like that. I don't know what's going on with these things. Oh well, okay. Well, I think it's actually okay again. All right.
Okay. But yeah, dude, JDCR's control and offense was incredible. Like he was able to get people towards the wall or bully them however he wanted, just immediately.
It's crazy too, which is because JDCR didn't win Evo, right? And wasn't there another tournament where he didn't do as well? Evo Japan, besides Evo Japan,
Tekken World Tour Championships thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he still got
he did
like
well,
top 3,
yeah.
right? So, but yeah, that guy is. He's on another level with that
Super
game.
good.
I feel like than anybody else. So
super good. So I thought that was really cool, and especially very cool still for there to be a Tekken only tournament, and for it to be really well attended.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
Yeah, well attended, well produced as well.
Well produced,
and it's just a good sign to people. I mean, I saw a lot of comments where they really appreciated how it had a very grassroots feel.
Yeah,
and that the event felt different than other events. And I think that's great, and I think that needs to happen more often. You know, I kind of felt that same way when I was at Frosty Faustings. You know, I really liked how that event felt. It felt like this cool.
Sure.
It had a really nice energy and a good vibe to it, and I'm sure that's what StrongStyle felt like. But not only that, but it was also dedicated to one game, and it was just a lot of good things, you know, to learn from that kind of event. And I think that's important, you know, in this time when everyone feels like, oh, well, you know what, if you're not at Evo, the blah, blah, like, you can, like, let's throw a MVCI only event, you know what I mean?
There was a Versus,
right.
It was like 3 weeks ago.
Right, exactly. So let's keep doing stuff like that.
For sure, dude.
Okay.
Now, just to note, there was also a big Tekken tournament going on in Japan, which meant that a few of the players who may have gone to StrongStyle were there instead. So,
gotcha.
Shout outs to USA, but like not everybody was there. So,
yeah, but JDCR,
really cool,
Saint, and John Ding. I mean,
no, for sure, very very strong international competition.
Right.
And dude, I thought that was awesome to see Fergus do as well as he did too.
Dude, it's funny too because Flotas in the chat says like Tekken is such a watchable game. I've never played and watched most of this tournament. Dude, trust me, that is just Tekken 7.
It was not always like that. I mean, maybe for this person that would always be like that, but in general, for a lot of people, it was not considered particularly watchable unless you really did understand it until Tekken 7.
Yeah, Tekken 7. I don't know what happened, but it's just like it's so beautiful.
It's great.
The slow motion is great.
It's great.
And like I said, they just chose a lot of great ideas for presentation and stuff. So it's definitely different. So
for sure, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
But
shout outs to little extra shout out to Bronson Tran, of course. You know, he's not the only guy doing this, but you know, he was the person who kind of did StrongStyle a long time ago, and you know, it's always good to see the old veterans still doing stomping around. You know,
he entered the tournament and he did not do as well as he had hoped.
Yeah, I mean.
No, he's a good player still.
Yeah, I know.
And at the end, you know, he got up on the stage with the mic, and he was just rambling. You know, just Bronson, whatever. Just I don't even know what he said anymore, but he just was saying words up there.
And it felt like he was just making stuff up, and he had no idea what was going on.
Absolutely
and he was
correct.
Being completely like off the cuff and stuff like that.
100%. In fact,
Bronson, insanely, really?
Yeah, yes. No, I mean it's such in keeping with how he is.
Yeah.
He went up there, and they were still apparently doing the team tournaments. They had not finished when the grand finals of the singles had finished, and so he was just like into the mic, "Hey, should we put the team tournament up on the main stage? We should stream it. Hey, do you think we should stream it?" and then the stream goes back to Eris and Rip, and Eris is like, "I don't know if we're going to put it up here or not." And all right, I'm being told in my ear that we're not going to stream it after all. Just whatever. Dude.
Dude, it's awesome.
Classic for sure.
Great stuff. Okay. Also this weekend, which I had no idea was even happening. I just remember High Fight like tweeting out highlights of it, and I was like, "Wait, what the? Huh?" And Toukagi happened this weekend.
Yes.
And that was a Street Fighter V tournament with a bunch of Japanese players there.
Yeah, and with a bunch of money on the line, because that's how, it's from the Esports thing, whatever it's called.
You heard about that.
I did.
Money, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So they were promised, well, the players ended up getting all the players
Oh,
stuff.
did they? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But in any case, first place got 2 million yen, second place got 1 million yen. Right, that's a ton of money. Third place 500,000, fourth place 200,000. But again, this is for people who have the esports license in Japan, which meant that no Momochi and no anybody else.
Right.
Yeah, no spoiler. Right, like no up and coming rando.
No Powell. No.
Exactly right. Dude, that's such a good case because that guy did awesomely at Evo Japan. Just plays online, came out, and he's a great player because he just can't travel. And because he can't travel internationally, now he can't play in Japan. Oh, I hate it so much. But anyway, that's how it's going. And, a lot of very strong players were there. Basically all the players that you think of, more or less, with the exception of Momochi. So
what did we get for results here?
We got the top 4 finals day, which was fourth place being GGP Kazunoko Kami, third place Fudo with Armika, second place Gachikun with Rashid, winner, DNG Itabashi Zangief with Abigail. You're right, bub. Grand finals was a reset. Itazan beat Gachikun 3-2 and then 3-0.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
So he figured something out then.
That's for sure, dude. He played really, really well.
Okay.
Yeah, just awesome spacing. And, he is always such a good player. And then you give him Abigail. I mean, like, as strong as anybody thought Geef was in last season, definitely Abigail's better than that.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. So,
do you still feel like Abigail is going to be a problem this season, or
I don't think
he's just going to be a good character?
Yeah, a good character. I don't think he's overpowered, but I wouldn't have buffed him. I can tell you that. I thought that was a mistake.
Dude, I felt like the two of us were always just like, dude, Abigail's so good. And
right, from launch.
Yeah, and then everybody else was like, what's wrong with you guys? Abigail's clearly terrible. And I was just like, there's like no way this character can be bad.
He was obviously good the whole time.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
well. Anyway, so as a result, Itazan won 2 million yen, which is $20,000, more or less.
But
That's a lot.
I did read. I thought someone posted up that that there was a mix-up that they weren't going to get paid anymore or something like that.
From what I read, that money was supposed to sponsor the event in general, but the money that goes towards the players did get through.
Okay, but then that means everybody who ran the event and everything.
Yeah, I mean, definitely somebody's screwed.
They just took this big old loss now just to run the event. Basically,
as far as I know, but again, I'm not an expert. This is what I've read on Twitter. Fubarduck was retweeting some stuff about it. So let me know if that's wrong or if anybody has more information on that. But that's what I've read so far. Again, I think this super sucks. I'm happy for those players, those 4 players out of that 20, to win as much money as they did, because that is a lot of money. But for everybody else, it sucks. And it's one of those artificial systems that just gets placed in and decides who gets to make money or appear or have a say in a community. And God, it sucks a lot. I'm really thankful that Momochi is fighting against that. And it doesn't seem like that's working out great for him right now, but I am really happy that he's doing that. I think that's the right fight.
Something out, hope you can exact some sort of change, because it's an annoying thing to have to happen, because you're basically creating that exclusive club.
Right.
You're creating exactly what the fighting game community has been so good not having to deal with.
Exactly right.
Sure enough, you go to a lot of the other esports tournaments, because the games last longer, you can't have a full 1,000 people enter for one weekend and stuff like that, right? So you end up a situation where like Hearthstone tournaments, right? You get the 16 players that maybe people want to see or whatever like that, and you can kind of do that. But fighting game community has always been about you put up a quarter, you have your chance to play, right? So you put in your entry fee, you're in the tournament. And if they continue the system, that just means all those people who aren't licensed have no motivation, because if they win, they can't get any of the money.
What does it matter?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess they could do it for pride, but still.
But there's, I mean, not to say that I think any of them will stop playing, but I don't want to have any limitation on who can do things.
Yes.
I want it to be open, and I want it to be merit based, and this is not that. This is picking and choosing who gets to do that.
Now, granted, they did base it off of the CPT points from last year.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it's
not out of nowhere, of course. But if they had done that in, before SF5 came out, I'm thinking of players like Moke would not be in this. Where would Daikoku be? Let's see. What do we got? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of folks who are established, of course, but Kichipamu, there are a lot of players who would not be established. Machobo was in this. Machobo has been a great Guilty Gear player forever, but would he be licensed? Is that enough to get him a license to join this competition? Because keep in mind, it's not just that they pick which players; it's that they pick which games.
Right.
Whose players would be allowed to have the license. So part of why those Tekken players didn't come was that they had to enter a tournament in Japan that would give them the winners a license. The top 4 got a license to be esports pros in Japan. That's terrible. I feel like that's like the
So the reason
horrible.
So Hi-Fi says the reason Ono agreed to this is because they don't have to change anything. All tournaments will be the same except additional pro tournaments. I guess I'm not sure what that means necessarily.
Yeah, I mean it can't mean that Evo Japan is run in exactly the same way that Evo America is or Evo World is. It's not a everybody pays an entry fee and you take the prize money thing. It can't be like that legally. So it's a big old bummer. I'm happy for the players for making more money. I think that's great, but I wish that it didn't come with a system that limited who could earn money.
Right. That's the main factor.
Sucks.
Right there.
All right.
Well, in any case,
the license and the sort of regulations mean that there can be big cash prizes for players. It's just a stupid runaround. So, it's like the kind of sort of esports monkey paw dream where you're like, hey, I want to have it so that players can earn money, but only 20 players can earn money.
Right. I mean, why is it that they limit the number of people who can do it? Like, can they make just an open application process for these licenses? Or
I have no idea.
Does it cost people money to issue these licenses or whatever? So
Not any info I've seen.
Okay.
Oh boy, I would not want it to be like Kespa either. Jeez. Corruption town. Okay, anyway. I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities to rant on this in the future.
Yes, because it'll keep coming up again.